Great. Why? What have you heard?
Now you're poking fun at it. So now it's just a big joke? This whole thing's a joke? This is absolute cringeworthy, and they should be ashamed.
Blake Lively had a full-blown meltdown on SNL after Ryan Reynolds managed to humiliate himself on live TV in what can only be described as a career-defining embarrassment. For months, Blake had carefully crafted her public image, weaving a dramatic sob story and portraying herself as the ultimate victim.
Did they rewrite the SNL scripts too? Terrible humans.
But just when she thought everything was falling into place, Ryan's spectacular misstep threw everything into chaos. But thanks to Ryan's jaw-dropping self-sabotage, her carefully constructed narrative came crashing down in real time, leaving her scrambling to pick up the pieces. If you're wondering what went so horribly wrong this time, don't worry. I'm about to break it all down for you from the very beginning.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively make their first public appearance at Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary. They made a joke about it all.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds arrived at the SNL 50th anniversary event, flashing smiles for the cameras as if everything was perfectly normal. This was their first public appearance since Justin Baldoni hit them with that massive $400 million lawsuit. Yet they carried on like it was just another casual night out. Blake exuded confidence, her signature charm on full display, while Ryan played it cool, trying to keep things light. But their body language told a completely different story, one they couldn't disguise with forced smiles.
Right up top, right here for confidence. Blake and Ryan to your slight.
Blake, however, wasn't fooled. She kept a close eye on Ryan, already bracing for the inevitable moment he'd put his foot in his mouth. Because, let's be honest, he always does. The show kicked off, the jokes started flying, and then the host turned their attention to Ryan.
Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
A simple, harmless question, nothing controversial, nothing tricky. Ryan could have handled it effortlessly. He could have played it safe, brushed it off, or at the very least, just kept his mouth shut. But of course, that's not Ryan. Instead, the moment Amy Poehler and Tina Fey turned to him, he smirked and delivered a sarcastic, razor-sharp one-liner that instantly set the room on edge.
Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
In an instant, the atmosphere in the room changed. The audience laughed, but not out of genuine amusement. It was that uneasy, forced laughter people use when they're cringing inside, because everyone knew exactly what was lurking beneath the surface. The lawsuit, the endless headlines, the PR fiasco that had been trailing Blake and Ryan for months. And with one poorly timed remark, Ryan had dragged it all back into the spotlight. By now, you've probably noticed that one person wasn't laughing. In fact, her reaction said it all. The second those words left Ryan's mouth, Blake turned to him, her eyes sharp, her expression frozen. It wasn't subtle. It was the kind of look that screamed, "Are you seriously doing this right now?" Because if there was one thing Blake had been desperate to avoid, it was their lawsuit disaster becoming SNL's next big punchline.
Some laughs, a little uncomfortable from Anna Taylor, and then Kevin Costner just didn't react at all.
But Ryan, he couldn't care less. This is what he does, turns real-life disasters into punchlines. When the lawsuit first made waves in December 2024, did he take a step back and handle it with maturity? Not at all. Did he publicly stand by Blake in any meaningful way? Also no. Instead, he did what he does best. He turned Justin Baldoni into the butt of a joke in Deadpool.
Ryan used his Nice Pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine to mock Justin Baldoni.
A new character named Nice Pool conveniently made its way into Deadpool, and just so happened to bear an uncanny resemblance to Justin Baldoni. The same soft-spoken demeanor, the same over-the-top feminist branding, the same performative male ally energy. The character went on about toxic masculinity, only to be treated as a complete joke. And if that wasn't obvious enough, Ryan took it a step further, slipping in a not-so-subtle jab about pregnancy, one of Baldoni's most publicly outspoken topics.
What Ryan Reynolds, has seemingly done, right, is used his power and influence to not only help Blake Lively take over this movie, but, he's used it, on Deadpool, and to make fun of Justin Baldoni.
Do you think that's what he did? We have a clip where his character Deadpool, which is very popular in this movie, acts more like the Justin Baldoni that I said turned me off with the I'm I'm against toxic masculinity. And there's a question about whether he was taking a shot at Justin. Here's the clip.
Sorry about that. Come here, girl. Who are you? Oh, I'm Deadpool. And I guess you're Deadpool too. But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool. Oh my goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist. Right.
What do you make of that?
What I make of that is that if your wife is sexually harassed, you don't make fun of Justin Baldoni. You don't make fun of the situation. You take it very seriously. You file HR complaints. You raise the issue, and you follow a legal process. What you don't do is mock the person and turn it into a joke. There's no question it relates to Justin. I mean, anybody that can watch that, the hair bun, the comment about the pregnancy. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's being done.
Ryan used his Nice Pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine to mock Justin Baldoni.
What Ryan didn't realize, however, was the real reason Justin decided to grow out his hair. It wasn't just a style choice. He had actually cut it off and donated it to a charity that makes wigs for children who lost their hair due to illnesses like cancer. He even used the moment as a valuable life lesson for his own kids, teaching them about kindness and selflessness. There was deep meaning behind Justin's long hair, far beyond what Ryan's shallow jokes could ever touch. Maybe, instead of mocking him, Ryan could have learned something from him.
Testing for a show that ended up actually getting picked up and doing very well, and I was one of 2 people maybe, and then I get a call from my managers and my agent. They were both on the line, which means it's something serious.
Right.
Either you got the job or there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And they said, so you were the choice, but the network said that your eyebrows would be too distracting.
Oh. What? Oh, no.
And then they went like, so what can we do about your eyebrows?
In the end, Ryan Reynolds' tendency to turn real-life controversies into jokes might have finally caught up with him. What he saw as harmless sarcasm only deepened an already messy situation, exposing cracks in his carefully curated public persona. Meanwhile, Blake Lively, who had worked tirelessly to distance herself from the lawsuit drama, found herself dragged back into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. But beyond the headlines and awkward SNL moments, this entire situation serves as a reminder that not everything is fair game for comedy. Some stories carry real weight, whether it's a legal battle, personal advocacy, or even something as simple as growing out one's hair for a meaningful cause. Perhaps it's time Ryan reconsidered where he draws the line between humor and insensitivity. Because at a certain point, the joke stops being funny, especially when he's the only one laughing. All right, show's over. Hungry for more twists? You know where to find us. Keep that popcorn hot. We'll handle the drama. Want to catch the next showdown in real time? Hit subscribe and buckle up.